You all never get to appreciate my t-shirts because I tend to shoot close-ups, but like, look at this. It says, romance novels are my therapy. It's perfect. Hi, I'm Caitlin E, and welcome to the Lit Review. Today, we're reviewing another round of the Read Romance Repeat box from the Ripped Bodice. And it is roughly $40 a month for 2 paperback romances and a good of some kind. It is truly my favorite box. I have been a subscriber since the beginning. So this is August box. It came in a little early, so we're actually going to do 2 unboxings of this month total. But as you know, I like to give you a wee tour of the box because I also think they put a lot of effort into making it pretty. So you have the Read Romance Repeat on the cover. You have the A Romance of the Month Club from the Ripped Bodice on the side. You get the kind of like edition of it. And then you get a quote on the box. There's always a quote on the box, which for some reason just tickles me to no end. This month is Think Before You Speak, Read Before You Think, Fran Lebowitz. So very cute. Let's just get into this thing and unbox together. So when I open it up, this is what I see. Woo! You can see the little bookish good. Let's talk about what this cute little good is. It is an enamel bookmark from Wild Ink Press. It looks like a cute little owl, and it's a metal bookmark, and it says, read past my bedtime. This is precious. I have not had a lot of luck with metal bookmarks personally. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but this is very cute. Oh, okay. There is a note in here, which is not par usual, but it says upcoming price change, which is good to know. We'll figure this out together. Okay, so their price is going to increase by $4 to account for the following change. Starting in October, which is, 2 months from now, my box will include 2 trade paperbacks, and that's the larger size. If you're not really familiar with the lingo, it's like not the short stack ones, but the slightly bigger ones. Pretty common. Most of the stuff you see in your bookstore is probably a trade paperback. And then why? I like that they're explaining this. Like, I appreciate this as a customer. Most of the books that we want to feature come out in that format. Okay, makes sense. To truly feel like we are giving you the very best romance has to offer, this is a change we need to make. For $44, I still think that's totally fine for what I've budgeted for and I'm willing to accommodate, but that may affect how some of you feel about this box, so good to know. All right, let's actually get to the books. Oh, damn. Okay, so really quick, last month, I pulled out the card. Last month we had the clues, because I freaking love the clues, with cherry blossoms, and the first thing I see when I pick up this book is Cherry Blossom, and the title is Return to Cherry Blossom Way. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little disappointed because I got really excited and thought that maybe the cherry blossoms meant that we were going to another country or that there was gonna be a historical in another country. So, I mean, that expectation was on me. I did that to myself, but I am a little sad that it is a cute contemporary. I just need to go read some Jeannie Lynn, that's all that is. Anyway, this is Jeannie Chin and Return to Cherry Blossom Way. So let's read the back and figure out what this is all about. Okay, so this looks like it's a second chance romance. Our main female character, May, as a shy teen, left her North Carolina hometown to go pursue a career in travel writing and journalism. And now she is coming back to Blue Cedar Falls. Why? Why is she? Oh, her latest assignment sends her back to Blue Cedar Falls. Of course, she runs right into the guy she left behind, Han Lung. He was Mr. Responsible, decided to give up his dreams of opening his own restaurant to run the family business, but when they both have to confront each other, they also have to confront the worth of their dreams. This is probably delightful. I have never read any Jeannie Chin. I have to be totally honest with you. When I see covers like this, I don't get excited. I get like unexcited because to me, there's like nothing about this cover that makes me go, oh, I wish I could read the back of that book. And then when I actually read the back of the book, it's full of like tropes that don't really do it for me, which does not mean that I will not read this because I will. But is it gonna be something that like jumps off my shelf at me? No, it is not. But second chance romance just doesn't, it's not one of my preferred tropes. And I really hate small town romances. I'm not super excited, and maybe it's because I feel let down by the clues a little bit. But yes, book number 1. I'm also going to keep holding this up so I can illustrate the difference, because the second book is that trade paperback, I believe. So like, this is what you'll be getting more of moving forward. Just so you can see the size difference. This is why we're getting a slight price bump, because the books are bigger, the boxes are probably going to have to be bigger. It's just like a slight price difference. And honestly, I'm okay with that, because I tend to, when I gravitate towards paperbacks, I prefer this size. There's nothing wrong with this size. I love plenty of books in this size, especially my old school historical romances tend to come in a wee bit smaller. But yeah, it seems like we're moving forward with this size. So I've been waving around this book and haven't looked at it at all. No offense to this book. But, oh, witches! Okay, I'm very excited about this. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. Look at how cute this cover is! So also, to re-reference our little leaflet from last time, I do feel somewhat redeemed by witchiness, because this little like hand reaching for a moon, I think that was our best guess, or my best guess last month, was that it was something like kind of witchy, and I'm very happy to report that that is true. Aww. Okay, I'm gonna read you like the little tagline up top because I think it's really sweet. A warm and uplifting novel about an isolated witch whose opportunity to embrace a quirky new family and a new love changes the course of her life. So from that alone, I think we're gonna end up with some found family tropes, which I enjoy quite a bit. Reading the rest of this, it's set in Britain, in a world in which our female main character, Micah Moon, has to hide her magic and keep her head down, because apparently when witches commingle, their magic kind of like draws more attention, and so being isolated from other witches is kind of the norm in this world. So she was raised by strangers. She doesn't have a lot of family connections. However, she has an online account where she posts videos pretending to be a witch, and like no one takes it seriously. So a message arrives begging her to travel to a mysterious and remote place called Nowhere House to teach 3 young witches how to be a witch. And so she decides, breaking all the rules, that she's gonna go. Along the way, one of the caretakers of Nowhere House and the librarian, Jamie, is like not super aligned with her being here. It sounds like he's kind of like, leave my kids alone. Kind of like low-key enemies to lovers, but not really stabby stab enemies. It sounds like really adorable. And I just love found family stuff. Like it really works for me, in complete opposite to what I just said about the other book, Found Family, Witches. This is right up my alley. I had no idea this book was coming out, so I am very excited to see this in my box for this month. I think this is the thing that I am like above and away the most excited for. Okay, spooky season is upon us. I will save this for spooky season. As promised, let me return to the leaflet. It's just like a little folded thing of paper, but there's always a note from our box curators. They usually explain what the book is and why they chose it. And then on the inside, you get like brief little notes from the author with QR codes that lead to usually their website or whatever fun details they've decided to include. Oh, you know what? If I compare the 3 hints, there was like tea and a cup, and our good this month was a admittedly very cute bookmark, but the tea makes no sense. I feel like there was a switcheroo or a little mix-up happening, because you're adorable, but you're not a cup of tea. Just like every month, or at least usually like every month, you'll get a QR code where you can learn more about the maker of whatever the good of the month is, and in this case that's Wild Ink Press. And they are run by somebody named Rebecca in Chico, California, and focuses on keeping printing machines and techniques alive. So that's pretty cool. I will definitely be checking them out. There's also always a QR code if you would like to learn content warnings about the books within the box. I never use this personally because I like to go in without any knowledge and just let my poor little heart experience whatever it's going to experience. But if content warnings are very important to you, you can absolutely go check them out here. And then my favorite part is the clues. I love it when we get hints. I'm terrible at guessing, as you well know, as I've demonstrated already in this video, but I freaking love it. So 3 hints for next month's box. This would be the September box. So I'm assuming we're getting socks, because there's little socks. I love socks. Please always give me socks. This is what adulthood is. They don't tell you, but you get excited about socks. And then we have a little ghosty. So I think we're going to continue our build up towards spooky season. Maybe like a haunted romance, or oh my god, could we get a ghost hero or heroine? The Ashley Poston's book came out, right? Frick. I'm gonna put a cover picture of it up here where she like falls for a ghost, right? Like could that be our book? Okay, that's my best guess for our little ghost friend, because that's a somewhat recent release. And generally I think this box usually puts out semi-recent releases. It's not always like boom that month. Sometimes it is. Like sometimes you get a hype new release, like we've gotten Dating Dr. Dill, we've gotten a Katie Robert release in the books past, but sometimes it's like a month or 2 removed. So I think that could be a contender. And then I'm not entirely sure, it's cliffs of some kind, but that's not super helpful because there are cliffs all over the world. So we could be in Scotland, Pacific Northwest. It could be the East Coast of the United States. They've been leaning a little heavily on contemporaries lately. I've said in the past that they also really like historicals, but they've been doing a lot of contemporaries lately, so I'm not as convinced that we're going to have a historical. I don't know. This one's got me because I got nothing. Something with cliffs. But I'll keep a hold of that for next month so that we can see together what's going on. But these are our 2 books for August. Again, Return to Cherry Blossom Way by Jeannie Chen, and The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I'm more excited for this one, but I will probably get to this one at some point just because I tend to trust the people at the Rip Bodice. As per usual, I will leave their links down below so that you can go check them out for yourself and make your own decisions. But big fan of this box, and hopefully you enjoyed watching me unbox August Read Romance Repeat box. Whew, that's a mouthful. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!